bloodstream.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Hogue. I'm learning about blood cells.
Oh, that sounds exciting. How about we take our students on a tour and teach them about the different blood cells?
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, let's go! What is blood? Did you know that the human body contains about 5.5 liters of blood? This fluid is vital to humans and other animals in order to survive. There are three main functions of blood, including transportation, regulation, and defense. The blood allows for oxygen to be delivered to the lungs and CO2 to be removed. It removes metabolic waste and transports hormones throughout the body. The blood regulates body temperature by distributing heat, balances fluid volume, and keeps the body at a normal pH of 7.35 to 7.45. The blood defenses the body against infection and prevents blood loss.
Now, how does blood do all of these things? Well, there are four components that are critical to success. These are the erythrocytes, leukocytes, thrombocytes, and plasma. Plasma is a yellowish fluid that is mostly made up of water. It carries important nutrients, hormones, and proteins throughout the body, including these three types of cells. Let's take a closer look at these cells.
Erythrocytes. Here we have an erythrocyte, also known as a red blood cell. As many biology terms we use, they are in Latin terms and can be broken down. Erythro meaning red and cyte meaning cell. Erythrocytes are specialized cells that transport respiratory gases, including oxygen and CO2. These cells are thin, biconcave discs, allows for increased surface area and maximum absorption of oxygen. Its shape and structure allows for red blood cells to pass through the blood vessels. Red blood cells are produced in the red bone marrow and do not synthesize new proteins, grow, or divide. 4 to 5 billion red blood cells are created in the red bone marrow every hour. The function of erythrocytes is to transport oxygen and carbon dioxide via a carrier molecule called hemoglobin. This protein makes red blood cells bind to oxygen, up to 4 molecules at once, and gives blood its red colors. Next, Ms. Paslawski will tell you all about leukocytes.
Look, we found a leukocyte. Leuko comes from the Latin word meaning white and cyte meaning cell. Leukocytes are also known as white blood cells. They're specialized cells to protect the infection in our body, and it's our body's defense system. These cells are larger than erythrocytes and contain a nucleus and organelles. They are colorless blood cells of varied shapes and sizes. Leukocytes are flexible, so they can engulf microorganisms. Unlike erythrocytes, leukocytes are not confined to the bloodstream. They have the ability to move through tissue spaces to reach infection. Their function is to protect the body from damage from bacteria, viruses, parasites, toxins, and tumor cells. They also do this by ingesting foreign cells or substances. There are different types of leukocytes that are specialized to keep our body safe. Next, we'll tell you about thrombocytes. Oh, what do we have here? This is a thrombocyte, also known as a platelet. They are essential in the clotting process. Thrombo meaning blood clot and cyte meaning cell. They're small pieces of cytoplasm that are pinched off of larger cells and created in the bone marrow. Thrombocytes are surrounded by a membrane, and like the erythrocyte, they lack a nucleus. Platelets exist for about 5 to 10 days and make up in less than 1% of blood. The main function of thrombocytes is to reduce blood loss. Platelets work with fibrin to form a blood-like mesh that traps blood cells and forms a clot or scab by sticking to the damaged sites. We have thrombocytes to thank as our own body's Band-Aid.
Wow, Ms. Paslawski, that was so much fun!
It sure was, Mrs. Hogue. I really loved going through the bloodstream.
And learning about the different types of blood cells.
Today we learned about erythrocytes, leukocytes, and platelets. Till next time,
take care!